Have you ever looked in the mirror for too long? If you stare at your own reflection for a few minutes, something strange happens. Your face begins to distort. Your eyes look like they belong to a stranger. You start to feel afraid. Why? It is just a face. It is just skin, muscle, and bone. But your brain does not see it that way. Deep in your DNA, there is an ancient warning system. It is a siren that goes off when you see something that looks human but is not quite right. Scientists call this the Uncanny Valley, but there is a darker theory. A theory that says we are afraid of these faces because at one point in history they were real and they were hunting us. Here are the 7 reasons why human faces scare you and the dark truth about the predator theory. Number 1. The Uncanny Valley. Imagine a robot that looks 90% human. It has skin, it has hair, it has eyes. But when it moves, you feel sick. You feel a cold panic in your chest. This is the Uncanny Valley. When something looks clearly fake, like a cartoon, your brain is happy. It knows what it is. When something looks 100% human, your brain is also happy. It feels safe. But in the middle, in that gray area, your brain screams danger. Why does this gap exist? Evolution does not keep useless fears. We are afraid of fire because it burns. We are afraid of heights because we can fall. So why are we afraid of things that look almost human? The theory is chilling. It suggests that at some point in our past, there was a biological reason to fear a creature that looked like us, but was not us. Just like a gazelle is afraid of a lion, we are afraid of the false human. Number 2. The predator stare. Look at your cat or dog. Now look at a picture of a wolf or a tiger. Notice the difference? Prey animals, like cows or rabbits, have eyes on the sides of their heads. They need to see everything around them to escape. But predators? Predators have eyes on the front of their face. Like us, binocular vision helps you judge distance. It helps you focus on a single target. It helps you hunt. When a stranger stares at you without blinking, your ancient brain recognizes the pattern. You are being targeted. You are being sized up. This is why masks are so terrifying. A mask freezes the face, it removes the blinking. It creates a permanent, unmoving stare. When you see a face that does not blink and does not look away, you are not looking at a person. You are looking at a hunter waiting to strike. Number 3. The frozen smile. A smile is supposed to be friendly. It is supposed to say, I am safe, I like you. But in the animal kingdom, showing your teeth is not friendly. It is a threat. It is a sign of aggression. Humans are the only animals that smile to show happiness. But sometimes the wires get crossed. Have you ever seen someone smile, but their eyes remain dead? This is called the Duchenne marker. A real smile uses the muscles around the eyes. A fake smile only uses the mouth. When you see a mouth smiling but the eyes are cold, your brain gets confused. The mouth says friend, but the instincts say threat. This is mimicry. In nature, some predators mimic their prey to get close. A spider might look like an ant. A snake might look like a vine. The frozen smile is a form of camouflage. It is a trap, and your gut feeling knows it. Number 4. The absence of micro-expressions. Human communication is silent. We speak with words, but we understand with our faces. Every second, your face makes tiny movements. Your eyebrows twitch. Your pupils get smaller or larger. Your lips tighten. These are called micro-expressions. They happen in a fraction of a second. You do not control them, and you cannot stop them. These tiny movements tell other humans that you are alive. They tell us you are feeling emotions. When a face has no micro-expressions, it looks like a corpse. This is why dolls and mannequins are scary at night. They have the shape of a human, but they have the stillness of the dead. Our ancestors had to avoid dead bodies. Bodies carry disease, bodies attract predators. So when you see a face that is too still, your brain activates a disgust response. It tells you to stay away. It tells you that whatever is behind that face is gone. Number 5, symmetry and asymmetry. Beauty is math. We find symmetrical faces attractive because they signal good health and good genes. But absolute perfection is terrifying. If you take a photo of a face and mirror it perfectly, so the left side is exactly the same as the right side, it looks alien. It looks wrong. No natural living thing is perfectly symmetrical. We all have small flaws, a slightly crooked nose, one eye slightly lower than the other. These flaws make us human. When a face is too perfect, it looks artificial. It looks engineered. On the other side, too much asymmetry is also scary. A twisted face can signal sickness or genetic mutation. We are programmed to look for the average. Anything too perfect or too broken triggers the alarm. It is the fear of the other, the fear of something that violates the laws of nature. Number 6, Pareidolia. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and seen a face in your pile of clothes? Or seen a face in the pattern of the wallpaper? This is called pareidolia. Your brain is obsessed with finding faces. It will make a face out of 2 dots and a line. Why is this fear mechanism so aggressive? Imagine you are a human 50,000 years ago. You are sleeping in a cave. It is dark. Outside, there are tigers and bears. But there are also other tribes, enemy tribes. If you think you see a face in the dark and it turns out to be a rock, you lose nothing. You just feel a little silly. But if you miss a face in the dark, if there is a man hiding in the shadows and you do not see him, you die. Your brain is wired to be paranoid. It is better to see ghosts than to miss a killer. The cost of a false positive is low. The cost of a false negative is death. So your brain populates the darkness with watching eyes. Number 7, the ancient enemy. This brings us back to the final and darkest point, the predator theory. Why does the Uncanny Valley exist specifically for human-like faces? We do not have an Uncanny Valley for dogs. A robot dog just looks cute. A robot car is just cool. But a human-like face triggers horror. There is a theory in evolutionary psychology that suggests we coexisted with another species. A species that looked very similar to us, but was different enough to be dangerous. Maybe it was the Neanderthals. They were stronger, faster, and looked almost like us. Or maybe it was something else. Something that hunted us by looking like us. Think about the legends we have. Vampires, changelings, skinwalkers, doppelgangers. Almost every culture on Earth has a story about a monster that disguises itself as a human to enter your home. These stories come from somewhere. Maybe the Uncanny Valley is not a glitch. Maybe it is a memory, a genetic memory of a time when we had to look at a face and decide in a split second if it was a friend or if it was a creature wearing a friend's skin. The next time you see a face that looks just a little bit wrong, do not ignore it. Do not be polite. Listen to the siren in your blood. Because your ancestors survived for a reason. They knew the difference, and now so do you. If you want to know more secrets about the dark corners of your mind, subscribe, but do it quietly. We do not want to wake them up.